for the Tigers today. On Tuesday, it was a part 2 of the double bill in Sheffield. Nigel Adkins played 3 youngsters that day, one of which was Adam Curry. He can only find a place on the bench. Rhys Burke limped off in that game, so Angus MacDonald retains his place, whilst Geordie Device comes back in alongside Eric Lehigh and Kingsley in the defence. Kane, Bowen, Evandro and Captain Henriksen all return after rest. Jackson Irvine gets his first league start of the season in midfield. Fraser Campbell will lead the attacking line for Nigel Adkins' side. Bowen and Evandro over this. Evandro to play it in. In it comes. Searches for Device. Doesn't get a header towards goal. Then the shot comes in. Pretty simple for the Blackburn goalkeeper though. Wasn't too congested at the back post there. And Angus MacDonald trying to be acrobatic and get his first goal in Tigers colours. Back with Lehigh. Now he's the man to try and chip the ball down the line. He's kept it in play and it's with Jackson Irvine. Evandro, first time pass, searching for Bowen. Blackburn can bring it away. Good turn from Armstrong. Once again, the referee very confident in his decision making. But Blackburn get on with it straight away here, so the Tigers need to reshape. Palmer. Wide it goes. He's going to get it back now, Casey Palmer. Into the penalty area. Beats away by Marshall. Bradley Dack's underneath it. But it's onto the roof of the net. The man who scored 19 goals in League One last year. Heading the ball onto the roof of the net, and first words there from David Marshall to Geordie Device. Todd Kane. Now MacDonald. Solid pass, good touch from Kane. And they lose it in midfield. Now Blackburn can open up the Tigers' defence here. Marshall's done relatively well. The ball has cannoned off the Blackburn man. Marshall kicking it onto Armstrong. The Blackburn fans over in the corner. We're actually appealing for a penalty here. You can see Marshall gets the ball first. Corey Evans in that familiar central defensive midfield role. Ball played forward and then it's going to be sent rocketing back towards halfway by Lehigh. Campbell with work to do. Into the path of Bradley Dack. Now it's Palmer, and he gets away from Kingsley. He's going to go around another, plays the ball into the penalty area. Blackburn with a glorious chance. It's coming back though, and Marshall eventually gets his gloves on the ball. But Blackburn again, good opportunity. They should really have done better. Started with great work from Palmer, lovely ball inside. And somehow Bradley Dack manages to get the ball through. Marshall out quickly. And making a good save again. Nigel Adkins, as always, motivating. So we approach the 25-minute mark. And this chat there looks to be a lot more instructions rather than anything, as the Tigers are currently shaped in a 3-4-3. With Marshall with the ball. And central defenders jogging up now. Kingsley and Lehigh pushed forward, and Kingsley wins the ball. Nigel Adkins straight away here, going to see if Kingsley's all right. Physios are now on, and that was a pretty nasty clash there, and Nigel Adkins straight away to his player's aid. Well, Stephen Kingsley up on his feet, that is what you want to see, but very groggy. So Kingsley off. John Terrell comes on then, the goal scorer from that League Cup tie. Not been a real clear-cut chance for a while in this game. Blackburn in possession though, with Smallwood, looking to use the width of the KCOM turf. And Yambi, in comes Terrell. Now Evandro, that's a clever pass towards Henriksen. Campbell's close by. Terrell over on the left, it's Henriksen going himself. At first it looked a very tame effort, and then it just harmlessly drifts by the post. But Marcus Henriksen gaining real yardage there. Blackburn's Spanish goalkeeper just making sure that that wasn't going to end up in the back of the net. Lenihan. The run being made through the middle by Armstrong, but not spotted. Big diagonal switch again. It's becoming more and more popular with every side in the Championship, especially with the 4-2-3-1 formation. Tigers have used it for a few seasons now. Dawson in particular was the man who liked to use it. Now Geordie Device and Angus MacDonald, whoever plays centre-half, are the men to try and use that. Nigel Ekins wants those ball-playing central defenders. Armstrong in the middle, too many either side of him. Plays it through now. This is a good chance here. Chance for a goal, and Blackburn Rovers do have the lead before half-time. The top scorer last year has come up with yet another goal, and Blackburn take the lead in this fixture. Bradley Dack infiltrating the penalty area. It's a lovely ball in. And Bradley Dack, a side foot finish from close range. He didn't really give Marshall much chance there. Blackburn and the Tigers there, lots of pushing and shoving going on, but in comes the free kick inside the penalty area. Drops kindly, Campbell's underneath it, but it will drop wide and well wide of the target. Fraser Campbell going up with his head, but he can't steer it into the back of the net for that quick response we need. Terrell's ball in, fell kindly to MacDonald. Decent control, getting the ball in with a nice floated cross. Searching for Fraser Campbell, but unable to turn it home. But at half-time, it's Hull City 0, Blackburn Rovers 1. Irvine again skipping past two players. Now gets into the penalty area. Irvine here, shoots at goal, but it's really easy to deal with for David Raya in the Blackburn Rovers goal. But Jackson Irvine is leading the charge here to try and make these runs and get into the penalty area. Taking on two men, then applying the pass to Terrell, getting it back into his stride, just having to adjust onto the left foot. Palmer has picked the ball up in a dangerous area, ball comes in again. Irvine sweeping it away. The touch from Mulgrew. Blackburn's Armstrong has a bit of space to use. Now Bell. Palmer into the penalty area here for Blackburn Rovers. Palmer gets a shot away. Marshall does get his hands to it eventually after the ball just popped up. Kane, can he get that touch required? It just comes off, but the Blackburn man getting across, and now Armstrong carrying it forward for Blackburn Rovers into the penalty area. It's Armstrong, good save, and then Blackburn miss a real golden opportunity. A man who has scored a few goals here before. Elliot Bennett, another man to add to the injury collection, but what a chance this is. Armstrong managing to get his shot away. It fell into the path of Marshall. Bennett coming in. The Tigers will have to break quickly if they're going to get an opportunity. Blackburn can't take this, but Mulgrew will aim it. In it comes. Blackburn have it back. Corey Evans stands up across, nodded down, and Marshall's called upon. Danny Graham with the header, and Marshall has kept his side in the game for now. The former Tiger almost putting the final nail in the coffin. Both former Tigers men with a part to play. Corey Evans swinging the first ball in. Graham's header and a save from Marshall keeps the score at 1-0. Now Evandro. Neat passing from the Tigers here. This is much better in this build-up. Looking for the switch as well. The Tigers suddenly got a glorious chance. Terrell leaves this for Kane. Kane puts it in. Falls to Dicko. Chance is still alive. Dicko! Corner. The first real chance of excitement in the closing stages. Kane's ball across to Nua Dicko. And now a corner with 4 minutes of normal time remaining. But the Tigers there had a bank of 5 players to use. Kane's ball in was very strong. But then Nua Dicko shooting. And the deflection taking it behind for a corner. Ivandra plays it in, Irvine gets there, and Raya makes a great save, still in the mix. Geordie Device, and Blackburn are going to bring this one away. This was the previous effort, Raya called upon. It was a good save. Dicko, though, was sandwiched there between two Blackburn players, and Geordie Device just couldn't get a shot in. And eventually it was brought away by Lewis Travis. And now they will have to pick themselves up and go again against Rotherham United. But for today, the final score here at the KCOM Stadium, it's finished. Hull City 0, Blackburn Rovers 1.